driving through the Emerald Isle is no easy task. Here are my top 5 tips on how to take a self-drive trip through Ireland. Now, naturally, you'll have to prepare yourself for driving on the opposite side of the road if you're from the States. Also, they drive very, very quickly in Ireland. And also another thing to know is that the roads are really, really small. So definitely something to be aware of. All right, so let's get started with our tips. Tip number 1, follow the brown signs. So most of the places that these brown signs will lead you to are off the beaten path, and for Jordan and I at least, they were some of the highlights of our trip. Nothing that you could really research ahead of time. You kind of just have to let the brown signs lead you, so to say, but they were absolutely beautiful. We got to see a stone circle. We got to see a historic resting path for travelers back in the 1700s. Just really, really beautiful. You have to take the opportunity to follow the brown signs. Take some time off of your itinerary to see where the path leads. Along the same lines as tip number 1, follow the road less traveled. Tip number 2 would be slow down. So when you slow down on these road trips, you're able to find the hidden gems that you might find with the brown signs. You're able to see really unique natural phenomenons, such as this tree growing in the middle of a monastery, this absolutely beautiful lush waterfall, really cute towns where the locals are just so charming, beautiful viewpoints and lookouts, and really important for us was getting to mingle and meet the locals, getting to hear them sing and perform and tell their stories. It's a really great way to immerse yourself in the Irish culture. Tip number 3 is pretty easy, but definitely necessary. Wear layers. It rains a lot in Ireland, unexpectedly. It's also really warm sometimes, really cold sometimes, so I would definitely recommend wearing and packing layers. Tip number 4, stop for gas. Fill up whenever you see a gas station. When you're on a road trip, you're making a lot of pit stops, seeing a lot of cool sights. You may not see a gas station for a while, especially if you're driving through like a national park, for example. Plus, it's a great opportunity to grab some snacks and water. Jordan and I grabbed some delicious scones and potato chips for our adventure. Tip number 5, don't drive if you aren't comfortable. It's not easy driving in Ireland, especially if you're an anxious driver. People are driving on the left-hand side of the road. There's a lot of wildlife. Everyone's driving pretty fast, and the roads are really, really narrow. There's a lot of other less risky ways to see Ireland if you're not comfortable driving. We do offer at Grand Traverse Travel private guided tours where you have a private driver taking you to see a lot of different hidden gem sites. So there's definitely less risky ways of seeing Ireland. All right, let's do a little recap of our 5 road trip tips in Ireland. Number 1, follow the brown signs. You're going to find a lot of hidden gems, and it might happen to be your favorite time of the trip. Number 2, slow down and enjoy. Number 3, wear layers. Number 4, get gas. And lastly, if you're not comfortable with driving in Ireland, don't drive in Ireland. Hire someone else to do the driving so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. And last but not least, don't forget to call your luxury travel advisor at Grand Traverse Travel to help you plan your self-drive trip through Ireland. And if not self-drive, discover the many other ways you can discover the Emerald Isle.